We are taking you into the news right now with the Fox 45 news feed. It's 11 a.m. We are on verdict watch as the jurors in the Squeegee kid murder trial are deliberating for a third day. And Baltimore City Mayor Brandon Scott announces a new fire chief. And we are keeping a close eye on D.C., where the Fed is expected to raise interest rates this afternoon. What that would mean for Americans' pocketbooks. Fox 45 News Midday starts now.
Live from WBFF in Baltimore, this is Fox 45 News Midday.
Thanks for joining us for Fox 45 News Midday. I'm Patrice Sanders. We begin with breaking news this morning. Hunter Biden has arrived at the federal courthouse in Delaware, where he is set to plead guilty to 2 federal tax crimes. The misdemeanors are for not paying taxes on time in 2017 and 2018. Hunter Biden is also set to enter a deal with prosecutors to resolve a felony gun charge. As part of the plea agreement, the Justice Department is expected to recommend a sentence of probation. Now you're taking a live look outside of the courthouse, where the president's son is expected to speak shortly after entering the plea. When that happens, we will bring it to you live. Also breaking this morning, a London jury has cleared actor Kevin Spacey of all charges after a sexual assault claims trial. The actor was on trial facing 12 counts after 4 men accused him of assault in the early 2000s. Just this morning, a jury acquitted the actor of all charges. Now, this is not the first time he's faced assault charges. Spacey was found not liable for allegations of battery in a New York civil trial back in October. And topping local news this morning, we're following breaking news out of the city. Mayor Brandon Scott nominating a new fire chief. He selected veteran James Wallace to lead the department. Scott said Wallace has been a part of the department for more than 30 years and has been a part of every level of leadership during his career. Former Chief Niles Ford resigned in December following a report on the deadly Stricker Street fire, which killed 3 firefighters. The report highlighted the failures that led to the tragedy, including 41 pages of findings and recommendations. One of those recommendations was a change of culture inside the department. Happening right now, jurors are deliberating for a third day as they attempt to reach a verdict in the case of the Squeegee kid accused of murdering a driver at the Inner Harbor. That jury meeting today after being told by the judge on Tuesday to keep working. Now, that came after they asked for the definition of a mistrial. Still, both sides in the trial are confident in their case.
This is natural in a case of this complexity.
Like the general public, we're left to wait.
Well, we have team coverage of the case and the questions that the jurors are considering right now. We begin with Olivia Dance. She is outside the courthouse downtown. Olivia.
This morning is day 3 of jury deliberations, so that verdict could come very soon. And the trial is taking place 1 year after Tavon Scott, a Squeegee kid, allegedly shot and killed Timothy Reynolds right behind me here at the intersection of Light and Conway Streets. 1 day before Scott's 15th birthday, the incident captured on cameras. The defense argues Reynolds got out of his car, approached the group of Squeegee kids with a bat in his hand. When Reynolds turned around to walk back to his car, a Squeegee kid shot him multiple times. An autopsy revealing Reynolds was shot once in the head, chest, and 3 times in the back. Fox 45 News spoke with the attorneys on both sides. The Reynolds family just wants justice. Meanwhile, Scott anxiously awaits the jury's decision.
What I can tell you is that the family is going to fight as long and as hard as it takes to make sure that justice is delivered here.
He's on pins and needles, as they say. He's very anxious about it. His whole future hangs in the balance. Before
sending the jury home yesterday, the judge reminded them not to talk to anyone about the case and not to read or watch anything about this case. For now, reporting in Baltimore, I'm Olivia Dance, Fox 45 News, Midday.
2 of the arguments jurors must consider are the state's laws about self-defense versus duty to retreat. Shannon Lilly continues our team coverage with a closer look at the laws on the books here in Maryland and when they apply. Shannon.
These are laws jury members will likely consider as they deliberate today. Here in the state of Maryland, you have a duty to retreat before you can claim self-defense. We spoke with legal expert Kurt Nachman about this, and he explains it further.
Before you can exercise a fatal level of self-defense, you have to at least have an attempt or be able to attempt to retreat from the situation. If someone has a firearm and they can reach out and hit you at a greater distance, you obviously would have less of a duty to retreat or turn your back on the person with a firearm to run away. For example, if someone has a bat or a knife and you're already 10 feet away from them and they can't reach out and touch you in that moment, but you still are defending yourself and you're in reasonable fear of imminent bodily harm, you would have at least a duty to attempt to retreat.
As you just heard there, Nachman says the duty to retreat applies when someone is in public, including when in your car, and it differs based on the facts of the situation. The example he just gave there, though, closely mirrors the key questions a jury is being posed today when it comes to the Timothy Reynolds murder trial and the fate of the Squeegee kid charged with that murder. Now, outside of this case, if you are not out in public, if instead you're in your home or in your business, this duty to retreat does not apply. And that's because Maryland has a castle doctrine, meaning your home is your castle, and the assumption would be that you are defending it from an intruder. Reporting in downtown Baltimore, I'm Shannon Lilly, Fox 45 News, Midday.
Stay with Fox 45 News for continuing coverage of the trial. You can find our past reporting on our website, foxbaltimore.com. Making headlines, the Federal Reserve is expected to raise interest rates again today. That is according to a report from the Associated Press. Another rate hike would be the 12th hike since the central bank began raising rates last spring to fight inflation. Today, Homeland Security Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas is set to appear before the House Judiciary Committee. The hearing is about oversight at his department, but Republicans will likely grill him about his handling of the U.S.-Mexico border. They are trying to make the case to potentially impeach the secretary. Download the Fox 45 News app for up-to-the-minute traffic conditions, breaking news, and weather anytime. Search WBFF in your app store. If you want to live longer, you might want to try adding these habits into your daily routine. We'll tell you the 8 habits researchers say could add up to 24 years to your life. But first, new developments in the murders of 4 University of Idaho students. The alibi, the prime suspect in the case, is now providing police.
Today is just the start of a very hot stretch. We'll near 90 degrees today, not tracking any showers and storms. Perfect for some pool time. The real heat gets underway tomorrow. I'll let you know exactly how hot it's going to feel and when we're also tracking some showers and some thunderstorms in a couple of minutes on Fox 45 News Midday at 11.
Fox 45 News, winner of 16 2022 Regional Emmy Awards, more than all other Baltimore news stations combined.
11:09, taking a look at your social stream. New developments surrounding the stabbing deaths of 4 University of Idaho students. A lawyer for the man accused in the case says he was not there when the crimes happened. Brian Koberger is charged with 4 counts of first-degree murder in the student's death. Koberger's legal team says there is evidence showing he was at a different location when the stabbings happened. The filing does not include evidence, but says that prosecutors will get the information. The murder trial is set for October. Koberger's attorneys dispute the DNA evidence linking him to the crimes. Your reaction now? One person saying, if I were accused of such a heinous crime and was truly innocent, I would be screaming my alibi from every rooftop available. And then you've got Ann saying, I seem to remember that when he got arrested, he asked, did anyone else get arrested too? So I think he may have planted someone else's DNA there. Interesting. Well, well-wishers are pouring in for NBA star LeBron James after his son, Bronny, went into cardiac arrest during basketball practice at the University of Southern California. A family spokesperson says the 18-year-old is out of the intensive care unit and is now stable. Such a scary thing. One person, this is terrible. Hope nothing but the best for this young man. I can't imagine the fear. Glad he has strong support around him. Another person saying praying for this young man's full recovery and for his family and friends. It's so shocking someone so young experiences this. Well, President Biden's dog, Commander, is getting some additional obedience training after biting incidents. According to a Secret Service email, the German Shepherd was involved in 10 incidents, including one that required an officer to go to the hospital. Another of Biden's German Shepherds, Major, moved out of the White House after being involved in separate biting incidents. Ouch. Emily, I don't like this one bit. This is the second dog with biting issues. How could they allow this to go on so long? Also, it highlights how much goes on that we don't know about for any White House administration. We need better transparency across the board of government. Another person saying, surely they have enough money for the best trainers. We'll see. We still had trademark troubles for Twitter. The new roadblocks the company is facing as it attempts to change its logo. And caught on camera, a plane crashes into a house. Coming up, here from the men who helped rescue those on board, allowing them to walk away unharmed. And coming up later today at noon, it's Karamo, then at 1 it's Sherry, followed by Hot Bench at 2. 11:12 now on Fox 45 News Midday. We are back with a live look over Towson. A new heat wave begins today as we are climbing into the 90s. And by the end of the week, we could see triple digits. Coming up, meteorologist Amy Aronson is sharing when the next risk of storms moves in. 11:14 now and happening today. It is the first of several open house meetings on the governor's proposed Red Line project. The MTA says the meetings will provide more detail on the project and share options for methods of transportation, including bus and light rail transit. Also today, it's the first day of full team training camp for the Ravens. It is the start of a big week for the team. Saturday will be the M&T Bank Stadium practice. August 12th will be the team's first preseason game. And then August 15th and 16th, the Flock will have joint practices in Owings Mills with the Washington Commanders. Now let's take a look at what's going on in Birdland. The O's taking on the Phillies again. The two teams fighting to see who will take on the series win. Last night in game 2 of 3, the Phillies took the win 4-3 over the Orioles. Now take a look at this. A small plane crashes into a home in Texas. Miraculously, all 3 people on that plane walked away without any serious injuries. Look at the plane.
Their plane was in through the attic, and they were crawling around on the roof trying to find a way down. We looked over at the attic ladder. It was beat up, and it wasn't really it was in pieces, but they used it to get down.
The plane went down due to engine troubles. No one was in the home at the time of the crash. The NTSB is investigating. It is a basic need for families with small kids, but many are struggling to meet it. We're talking about the need for diapers. It is such a dire crisis that it's being called a public health emergency.
The numbers are staggering. We recently did a study, the NDBN diaper check, and we found that nearly 1 in 2 American families struggle with this issue. And that, it's a very, very large number.
Well, this summer, Sinclair is partnering with the National Diaper Bank for Sinclair Care's Summer Diaper Drive. Scan the QR code to help local diaper banks provide diapers to children and families in need. Donate today for a healthier future for our little ones. And if your family is struggling with basic needs for your baby, go to sinclaircares.com. Coming up tonight on Fox 45 News at 4, another day in court for the Squeegee kid trial. We're going to bring you the latest developments in the case. Former Baltimore City State's Attorney Marilyn Mosby is considering a trip to Jamaica. We're going to look at the logistics as she is facing federal charges. Plus, closing arguments in the trial of a man accused of killing a pregnant Baltimore woman. We bring you the latest from the courtroom. You can get Fox 45 News in a flash through your Amazon Alexa or Echo. We now deliver your local headlines and forecasts in less than 2 minutes. If you have an Amazon device, tell it to enable Fox 45 Baltimore. 11:17 and now to today's talking point. Twitter's new X logo could pose new legal troubles. Trademark experts say hundreds of U.S. trademarks in a variety of industries include the letter X, which could open Twitter up to future lawsuits. Elon Musk announced the name change earlier this week, along with the new logo to replace its famous blue bird. Now, even if the name change is successful, trademark experts say other companies can also decide to use X because protecting a single letter would likely be difficult. Mark Clark with Be More Lifestyle is here now, and you would think they would have worked out all those kinks before they announced the change and put the new logo up and all of that.
Yeah, I'm kind of like, I'm a conspiracy guy, so I'm like, how can one person be the alleged genius and run one company in a pretty good way, but then this whole experiment has been weird. It's like, is he doing this by design? I mean, you already had recognizable, like, the little Twitter bird and all this kind of stuff. Why would you change it up? I don't understand it, Patrice. I don't get it.
Well, I mean, so the self-driving cars business, I mean, that didn't come from the ground up with him. He walked into something that was already up and running, didn't he, with that? So, I don't know. I don't know the business savvy on all the things.
Just added a little twist there.
But I'm just saying, I don't know. It's everything that's happened with Twitter since he took over. It always seems like they're one step behind. Now, maybe they will catch up and this will take off and be what they want it to be, but it has been a bumpy road for sure.
If he was working if someone hired him, they probably would be fired. But
well, didn't he try to fire himself? He took a poll and asked, should I fire myself from Twitter?
People were like, yes, you should.
Didn't work, though. He's still around. So we'll see, because Microsoft has some claims on X and Meta has claims on X. So they're not going to let him go gently into the, good night. No.
Okay. All right.
All right, Mark. Well, it is going to be a hot one today. Today marks the start of what is expected to be a heat wave. As meteorologist Amy Aronson shows us, those in Florida are also seeing record heat.
Not only are air temperatures heating up, but the water temperatures are heating up too. A temperature of 101 degrees has been recorded in the ocean between Miami and Key Largo. So that's a record hot temperature, actually as hot as hot tub water. Pretty incredible stuff there. Here's a look at the water down there. It looks lovely, but yeah, very, very toasty, not only in the air, but also in the water too. And we've actually got our own heat advisory on our hands. This will be for tomorrow. Goes into effect 11 a.m. on Thursday, takes us through Thursday evening due to the high heat plus the humidity. It's going to feel like 105, so that's pretty dangerous stuff as we head through the end of the week. Keep these tips in mind. Hydrate, drink lots and lots of water. Loose, lightweight clothing is highly recommended. Take breaks in the air conditioning or the shade, and don't forget to check in on your neighbors and your pets too to make sure they're staying safe. Otherwise, things are pretty quiet. Today's the calm before the heat gets underway and the storms return. We've got a new weather maker off to our west. That's going to continue to travel our direction, and storms will also return here tomorrow. Today, no storms in sight, but come tomorrow, as temperatures heat up and humidity builds, here comes that next storm chance pushing in from the west, arriving here Thursday afternoon, Thursday evening. And then as we get into Friday, similar setup. It's going to be just as hot and humid, and we've got a chance for at least a stray shower or stray storm. Tomorrow's storms come with a slight risk for severe weather. Main concern would be damaging wind gusts and some hail. That's a 2 out of 5 on the threat level scale. This heat wave will take us through the end of the week, heading into the weekend. Cold front passes through on Saturday. We'll see some spotty storms associated with that, and that's going to cool us down. We're back in the mid-80s, much more comfortable by the end of the weekend. And actually, we're going to wrap up the month of July and kick off August with temperatures back in the 80s, because that's where we'll stay through much of next week. Back to you.
Amy, thank you. Still ahead, getting away and relaxing. A new survey finds Americans are ready to shell out big bucks to take a vacation. How much the average family will spend this summer? And speaking of costs, it's going to cost you more to get the kids ready to head back to school this year. We're looking at how inflation is impacting school supply costs. The FIFA World Cup continues tonight. Live coverage starts at 7. At 9, it's the U.S. versus the Netherlands. Then at 11, it's World Cup Tonight, followed by Fox 45 News at 10. 11:22 now on Fox 45 News Midday. 7:25. Fox 45 News is your back-to-school headquarters. Getting the kids ready to head back to school may cost more this year. According to a New World Remit survey, parents will have to pay 28% more for school supplies this year compared to last. And it's not just kids in grade school who are heading back, also kids in college. Now, while this time can be exciting and fun, making sure your child is emotionally prepared is another way to set them up for success. We spoke with a child psychiatrist about the things parents and kids should consider before the start of the school year.
This is a stage where your child is becoming an adult, and it's an opportunity to teach them new life skills, which is how do you make a big decision. So we really recommend there's a great opportunity to involve the child in developing those skills and learning that process. So sitting down with your child and having an honest appraisal of where are their strengths, so what do they do really well, it's a great opportunity to reinforce, and then what have been barriers or challenges for them.
45 News is your back-to-school headquarters. Now through the first day of school, we'll be compiling all of the things that busy parents need to know to prepare for a great school year. Click on the QR code on your screen to check out all of the stories we've posted so far, or you can go to foxbaltimore.com/back-to-school-HQ. And time now for your lunch break. If you're thinking of using a few vacation days at work before summer is over, you're not alone. A new survey revealing the average American plans to spend nearly $3,000 on a vacation. Nearly half of those surveyed say they are determined to travel this year. Well, that's all we have. For Fox 45 News at Midday, Be More Lifestyle is up next. Mark Clark back to tell us what they're working on.
Patrice, when it comes to raising kids, is there a double standard? One Maryland mom thinks so, and her TikTok is going viral talking about the two differences, the standards between moms and dads. Stick around, we'll hop into that next.
You're watching Fox 45 in Baltimore. Now live from TV Hill, this is Be More Lifestyle.
What's up, Baltimore? I'm Mark Clark, and this is Be More Lifestyle live from Studio A at Fox Baltimore. Lady T is here, along with Empress and Jackie from the Mayat Kitchen. Good morning, everybody.
What up, fam?
Let me tell you right now, if you want to live longer, you might want to try adding these habits to your daily routine. Researchers say adopting these 8 habits could add up to 24 years to your life. That includes exercising, eating a healthy diet, reducing stress, sleeping well, fostering positive social relationships. Also, you want to avoid smoking, drinking too much, and becoming addicted to opioids. And so, Empress, you guys are all about health and wellness. You agree?
Definitely.
Anything you want to add on top of those?
No, I think you covered the basics. Definitely eating well. That's the whole basis behind what we do in our business.
Well played. She tied. I see how y'all did that. See, Jackie, they tied it in like
That was cute. It was cute. It was
Everything they say gonna go right back to
Everything they
business.
said, do it all.
Okay, we did it. Lady T, you agree?
I heard if you twerk once a day, I heard that helps.
Twerk
also.
a day keeps the doctor away?
I heard a little bit of strawberry honey once a day.
Strawberry honey a day?
I heard that helps too.
Okay.
No, but I'm
wait a
showing
minute,
y'all
you
these
gotta have
things.
one more then.
I know. Wait, what's the third one?
You
What would the
gotta-
third one
always
be?
threes, laws of
Eat your
threes.
Brussels sprouts and
Eat
make
your
sure it has
Brussels
an apple cider vinaigrette little on top of it. Then shout out to Bus Boys and Poets. They put me onto that.
That's nice. That's nice. Well played.
Yes.
A new viral TikTok video, a Maryland woman is calling out what she describes as a double standard when it comes to moms and dads. The woman says her husband took their 2 kids to the grocery store and was stopped multiple times by people who praised him for being a good dad. She goes on to say she's taken the kids millions of places before, but as a mom, she's never been praised.
Oh.
Okay. All right. Okay, Mom. You're doing a great job. What do you think, Lady T?
This is so funny because, listen, I thought of my dad when I heard this because I was like, anytime we send him to the grocery store and he comes back with stuff that's actually on the list, I get excited
It's
because
like
he
you
always
did
comes
that.
back with like stuff we didn't ask for, like Nesquik, and we're just like, why are you buying that? Who is this for? So, yes, we should applaud them, unfortunately, because they come back with things we don't need.
Empress, is this crying over spilt milk or no? Is she valid?
I mean, I think whenever you see a man out with their child, something pulls on your heartstrings.
Yeah.
I
If
will
you
say.
see Jackie with a baby versus me, you're probably gonna melt over him.
Yeah,
Only
we're like, oh
because
my
Jackie
God,
looks like a baby.
oh my God, single dad.
Jackie looks like a baby. Jackie got the little baby face. He looks like a little baby.
It's the food.
It's the food. Back to
Yeah,
when the girls were little, and when I would be with the 3 girls, I definitely would get a lot of praise. I ain't gonna lie.
See,
It's
they'd
a
be
double
like,
standard.
oh
People
wow,
like,
you can handle
wow.
them so well, but
Here's
let
the
it
one that would
be,
get
let it
me.
be Allison though.
Right. Here's the one to get me. They'd be like, "Are these your children?"
Oh my gosh, what?
Like, okay. I
You
got
know
two
what?
dads.
Because they do look like spitting images of Allison.
And they don't
sometimes.
look like me, huh?
They look like, well, was it the younger one or the older one that looks like
Yeah,
you?
but they look like the
But
mailman.
they
That's what's
look like-
crazy. Help me understand. Now we want you to tell it, okay? Our moms and dads held the different standards. Vote on our Fox 45. I'm making this up. Our website, fox45.com/vote. When you get to the website, make sure you click on the lifestyle tab. You can also vote on our Fox 45 news app. And you know how we do it. At the end of the show, we'll see what everybody thinks. All right. Check your wallet. You've probably forgotten money in there. A new study finds nearly half of all adults have at least one unused gift card, voucher, or store credit. The report, which is from Bankrate, says the average amount is $187 per person. That ups to like $23 billion nationwide. Wait a minute, Lady
Hey,
T.
big
Do you have
money.
some extra? I can tell you, I have $2 in my wallet.
$2?
There's no extra bank cards. Everything is being
You don't have any
used
gift
up.
cards?
No, I use all that. You know what? I do have 2 Chick-fil-A cards in my thing.
Oh, well then share with me because I definitely love Chick-fil-A.
Do you have some unused stuff in your
I do.
purse?
I do. Well, you know
Wow.
what? See, it's not even my fault. See, when you have money, you get excited. But when you don't have money, it's like, oh, let me use these gift cards.
That's true.
Now I can use it. So, like, I have like an Olive Garden one, a Maggiano's one. I got a Cheesecake Factory one.
Good
so I've been just balling out on them all week because I'm broke right now. Until payday.
Jackie,
Until
do you
payday.
have
Broke
any-
till payday.
I bet
y'all.
Jackie does not have. Jackie has one card, and it's to Mayat Kitchen, I bet.
Not what you prejudging. It's a
So,
whole.
Jackie, what do you have? What do you have in
I
there?
definitely have some unused gift cards
Okay.
in my wallet, but it's probably from before we were plant-based and stuff like that.
Okay.
I thought y'all, like, honestly, I thought men threw those out. I thought men threw out gift cards. My dad always thought.
What about the
Starbucks.
Empress?
I think we have some Starbucks gift cards.
Oh, yeah, those are the best.
That we got from our old bosses.
Okay.
Yeah. So cute.
But we were already, like, super plant-based, so we didn't use them. That's why
Everything goes back to plants. I can't take it.
Plants R
This
Us.
the wrong. I'm on the wrong show today.
Empress got the Plants Are Up gift card. I got $500 on it. Well, coming up, we're going to go to the kitchen with Empress and Jackie. Lady T, I don't know if we're going to see you again today, but we love you.
But it's okay. I love you guys.
Still ahead. They're back on the road. We'll go behind the scenes with Ringo Starr. His all-star band and what they're up to for their big tour. That's amazing. He's 90 years old. And if you're going out on the water, you want to protect your phone from getting wet. Coming up, a new way to protect your electronics this summer season.
You're watching Be More Lifestyle.
Phones and water are a recipe for an expensive recipe for disaster. Stacey Bell is here with another money-saving deal on a product designed to keep your valuables and electronics safe and dry.
The following segment is sponsored by Naki.
I found this neat little dry pack that I think you're really gonna like. This is Yugo Wear. There's so many uses. You could take this if you're going to the beach, if you're going to the pool, if you're going to a splash pad with the kids. I'm gonna show you how this works. It's waterproof, so you unzip it, and I'm gonna add my phone. It's got all my pictures, pretty much my life. You can also add a wallet, and then I'm gonna add my keys, okay? You zip it, and when you zip it, you know, it's securely into place. Nothing is coming in and out. All right, this is my phone. It's got my life on it. So here you go. It's in the water. We're going to splash it. I'm holding it down. But if I let it go, it floats. So you could take it into the water. It's not going to sink. It's going to float. All right, I want to show you this too. Look right there. You can still use the camera in this mode. And there you go. You can take pictures under the water, in the water. Your phone is safe. All right, so let's unzip it. You got to put some muscle into unzipping it because it fastens securely into place. And everything is safe in here. The other thing I like about this, you could even take this to games because it's the appropriate size for the stadium. You could use this if you're biking. We're offering right now 30% off Yugo Wear. There's so much you can do with this, not just the water if you're a commuter. So take advantage of the 30% off Yugo Wear. Head to asadeals.com for the exclusive offer.
Our friend Eric Dowell sat down with legendary rocker Ringo Starr and prolific studio musician Rich Redmond, for another installment of Rock and Review.
We're so honored to catch up with Ringo Starr and his all-star band, hitting the road again, playing shows this spring and this fall. Here they are, Ringo Starr and the All-Star Band.
With the band back on the road after lockdown and other COVID-related postponements, would you say there's a renewed excitement and energy surrounding your live performances?
Well, yeah, I think it's exciting that we rehearsed and we're getting ready to go on the road again. We just have said we're going on tour. We have great confidence we're going to do all the gigs.
You have so many tour dates coming up. What's your secret to staying ready to rock with such a grueling schedule?
Well, I don't know about the other band. They should talk about this. It's not grueling. Playing has never been grueling. I love to play. I love to play with these guys. You know, we are the best band in this room. And
Does it feel as though you've settled into less of a rotating lineup with the All-Star Band in recent years?
I just did it because I thought that's what I had to do, change the band. But this band's good for me. I'm ready.
What message would you like to leave for future generations?
You know, I had a dream at 13. I wanted to be a drummer, and that dream is still going on. It's something I do, and that I love to do. I've never not once not loved doing it.
I can't believe this is your third book, making it in country music. How do you find time for this? I mean, 24 years with Jason Aldean.
Yeah.
And you got a new book out.
It's very exciting. It's very exciting. Writing a book is a heck of a process. As you know, you've cranked out a couple of them, but this has been kind of in the making for years. I had a different co-author. I love co-authors because co-authors, they help you get it across the finish line, and they have that 50,000-foot view. They're like, let's change this. They get you out of your head.
Well, and especially for you, Rich, because you're such an in-demand session player also in Nashville and in L.A. Yeah. So it's like you got to schedule things like sleep and coffee even.
Yeah, we did this. I did this on a lot of Monday, Tuesday, Wednesdays a year ago, and on the bus is going down the highway, and you're writing, and I'm zooming with my co-author, but Jennifer Delazana, she's fantastic, so we had a ball.
I know your first two books have done so well.
Yeah.
You know, with the first one aimed at kids more, and this one definitely aimed at helping people come into Nashville.
Yeah, it's just kind of like a love letter to Nashville in the sense that Nashville's been so great to me, and it's a hot city right now.
Right.
I feel like one of the last places for the music business. People are coming here for the lifestyle, for the opportunities.
And I tell so many people too, Rich, and you know this as well, a lot of time it's getting your foot in the door.
This is what we love. We're passionate about it, and if you've chosen the right thing to be passionate about, it never feels like work, which allows you to work harder, and the harder you work, the more people, places, circumstances, opportunities cross your path to be successful.
I'll tell you what, Rich, I love the book. Thanks for coming on the show, buddy.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations on all the great success.
Thank you.
I think more's coming.
Appreciate it.
Still ahead, we'll take you inside the kitchen for some amazing vegan meals. And keeping it in the kitchen, we'll share some easy-to-make meals as you prepare to send the kids back to school. Stick around.
This is Be More Lifestyle.
It seems like being vegan is red hot right now, and my two guests here, Jackie and Empress, you guys have been doing it for years. Right now it's hot, but you guys have been hot. And so tell us about the Maya Kitchen. You know, I mean, like I said, we were talking off air. It seems like everyone's now talking vegan. I remember, you know, years ago, it was like not as popular, but I mean, you got options now. So, you know, I know you guys are thriving. So what's your thoughts on that with the whole popularity of veganism?
I think, you know, it's popular now because people are trying to, you know, restore their health. And that's like mentally, spiritually, physically, and a lot of the diseases that we have. Disease in our culture
I see what you did there, Jackie.
Comes from, you know, the things that we eat and consume on a daily basis. So one way to remedy that is a whole food, plant-based diet and fasting.
Well, let's hop into it. Okay, where do you want to start, Empress?
We can start with our taco bowl.
Which is delicious. This is when I met you guys.
Yeah, this is one of our customer favorites. You get some of Woo's famous fried plantain. They're the best plantain in Baltimore. Some wild rice and a little chipotle sauce on top. It's really good.
I love it. And I know, so there's with plantain, there's a sweet one and the savory.
Yeah.
Which one is this one?
These are the sweet one, and then I have a special seasoning on it that I don't share with anyone.
Oh, it's magical.
Yes.
Now, what do we have? What about this, Jackie? Break this down for us.
This is chickpea tuna, and we have some of our herbs that we grew in our garden. Garnishing it.
Taste of tuna, but chickpeas.
Yes. Yes,
I love
sir.
it. And then this right here.
And this is our rasta pasta with Woo's fried plantain, and it also has some actually it has wild herbs and herbs from our garden on top of it.
Okay, guys, so we've seen this happen before where fitness or health trends kind of happen, and then they come and they go. Do you think it's veganism here to stay?
I think so. I think it'll continue to grow. I think people are tired of being sick.
People are too tired of dying.
Yeah. So I think it's here to stay.
And so you guys offer food, but also you offer products. How can people follow you? How can they find you?
Okay, so you can find us at the Maya Kitchen Instagram. You can email us. I think that's the best way to get in contact with us right now is our Instagram. And from our products, we have a full apothecary, and we also can help you if you need assistance with like restoring balance to a certain illness or something like that. You can always reach out to us, and we have real solutions.
What is this?
These are herbal bitters.
Oh, it says J Power on top of it. This is some secret stuff here.
Yeah, so the name, that's for the person who we're making it for, and the power is just an affirmation that we want to put into the product. And it's just wild herbs locally and from Jamaica. I
don't mean to cut you off, Jackie, but I gotta cut you off. We gotta go.
Yeah,
we'll have you guys back. Thanks so much. Great information, and it smells amazing. Right now, best time. It's time for the best weather, of course. Let's check it out.
We had some pretty wild storms around our area yesterday. Here's a look back at some of the incredible images. This one actually in D.C. If you look closely in that cloud, you can see a little funnel not reaching the ground, so not a tornado, but pretty impressive there yesterday from the strong storms that developed. They also had some strong storms roll into the beaches. Here's a storm rolling into Bethany Beach, and it actually gave them a rainbow or two afterwards, so a pretty cool sight. Now the big story is the heat. We've got a heat advisory that goes into effect at 11 a.m. tomorrow, so this is for Thursday, due to the high heat plus humidity. It's going to feel close to 105 at times, and that's pretty dangerous stuff, so you're going to want to limit outdoor activities tomorrow. Here's a preview of how hot it's going to feel. Today, we're already feeling like we're in the mid-90s. Tomorrow, actual temperatures in the upper 90s feel like temperatures close to 106. Friday, just as hot. Actual temperatures in the upper 90s feel like temperatures closer to 109 degrees. We're not alone. Heat advisories for much of the northeast and even to our west. That's also where our next weather maker is coming from. That's going to push in and arrive here tomorrow. So today is rain and storm free. Not much happening on future scan. Tomorrow, as the humidity builds, so does our chance for some showers and some storms. Mainly during the late afternoon, early evening hours. That's when the storms will pass through. Similar setup on Friday. It's hot, it's steamy, and then we throw in that chance for at least a brief shower, a stray storm as we head through the evening. Tomorrow's storm chance puts us under a slight risk for severe weather. 2 out of 5 on the threat level scale. Main threats being damaging wind gusts and even some hail. Here's a look at this heat wave that's going to take us through the end of the week into the weekend. finally breaks on Saturday as a cold front comes through, sends us some spotty storms and back into the mid-80s on Sunday. And that's where we'll stay as we head through the end of the weekend into early next week. So that means we'll be kicking off August with temperatures back in the upper 80s. Back to you.
This summer, Sinclair is partnering with the National Diaper Bank for Sinclair Care's Summer Diaper Drive. Scan this QR code to help local diaper banks provide diapers to children and families in need. Donate today for a healthier future for our little ones. And if your family's struggling with basic needs for your baby, go to sinclaircares.com. Still ahead, are there two different standards for moms and dads? Coming up, what you're saying about the double standard one Maryland mom is pointing out in a new viral video. Stick around.
This Be More Lifestyle segment is sponsored by Justin's, Metavo, and Nasal Guard.
Midsummer signals the start of back-to-school season. Registered dietitian nutritionist Mia Sen is here with a few ways to help prioritize health and wellness as we head into the excitement of back to school. Good seeing you, Mia. How are you?
Hi, thank you so much for having me.
Definitely. So eating well is important for kids. How do we get started?
Yes, well, a great place to start is with breakfast. Studies show that kids that start their day with breakfast have better attention and memory, both essential for learning in school. And these are some great, delicious options. You can do banana pancakes with almond butter. You're getting plant protein and energizing carbohydrates, oatmeal with apples, pecans, and raisins, or even these fun fruit kebabs that you can pair with a flavored yogurt as a dip.
And is there a way for parents to pack a better-for-you snack that's tasty and kid-approved?
Yes, and you've probably seen these everywhere. They're the Justin's Honey Almond Butter Squeeze Packs. They are packed with protein, great for snacking anytime and anywhere. They're convenient. They come in these easy squeezy options that you can add to breakfast, after school snacks, or enjoy straight out of the pack. They have 6 grams of plant-based protein, 3 grams of fiber, and they're delicious. They have a slight sweetness from organic honey. You can find these in grocery stores nationwide, or head to justins.com to find a store near you.
Those really are good. Do you have any other recommendations?
Yes, so parents can give their metabolism sort of a boost this busy back to school season with certain foods and supplements, even resistance exercise. This is Metabo. It is the world's first plant-based metabolism management supplement brand, and it contains a proprietary avocado compound called AvoB, which studies suggest can help activate metabolism naturally. And you can learn more at metabo.com.
What's another way to enhance our students' overall well-being?
Yes, well, parents can help protect themselves and their kiddos from indoor and outdoor air pollutants with Nasal Guard Airborne Particle Blocker, which is the first and only topical gel that prevents airborne particles from entering the nose. It's super easy to use. Just apply a small amount of gel around the nasal passages, and it acts as a barrier to block virus-sized particles like pollen, pollution, pet dander, and dust. And you can learn more at nasalguard.com.
So much great information as always, Mia. So where can we go to get more information?
For more, you can head to my website, nutritionbymia.com.
Awesome. Great job. Good seeing you, okay?
Thank you. Take care.
Take care. In a new viral TikTok, a Maryland mom is calling out what she describes as a double standard when it comes to moms and dads. The woman says her husband took their 2 kids to the grocery store and was stopped multiple times by people who praised him for being a good dad. She goes on to say she's taken the kids millions of places alone before, but as a mom, she's never been praised. And we wanted you to tell it. Are moms and dads held to different standards right now? Most of you are saying, yeah. Great show lined up for tomorrow. We're talking about first dates and red flags. Woman says her date asked to pop her pimple while on the first date. We'll chat about her reaction and what she says it's about on the dating scene.
Find out how to have your business featured on Be More Lifestyle. Email us at BeMoreLifestyleTV@FoxBaltimore.com.
All right, now be cool out there. Now I want to thank everybody who's been on the show today, of course, but just remember, it's going to get hot out there. So I was out there at the training camp this morning. Please make sure you hydrate, okay? Thanks for inviting us into your home as always. Make sure you follow Be More Lifestyle on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And when you see me out in the street, me and Lady T, make sure you say something. We're trying to get our selfie collection up for everybody who watches the show, okay? So really, really do appreciate that. Again, have a great one, and we'll see you tomorrow.